Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Vinland Saga. Last time around we had Crown, where basically Canute and the gang managed to make it to, I think it said Gainsborough, and then they met up with the king, and there was a tense conversation between Canute and his father. And yeah, it was nice, it was interesting. Other words to describe it, I don't know why I'm out of it right now. I mean, it's first thing in the morning, but still, I'm out of it, clearly. But there was a good conversation between the king and Canute about the crown itself, like how the crown, like, Canute is sort of like what the king was when he was young, but now, like, the crown basically has, like, a will of its own, and it tells him, you know, to do these terrible things, I guess. Is a bad way of putting it, but still. But yeah, and then we had, after that, we had Askeladd saying goodbye to Atli and Torgrim, and basically saying, hey, just go, just be, you know, be a farmer, live a life, you know, have a wife, have a son, and die in your bed, you know, at old age. Don't be a Viking. So it's interesting stuff. It was very, very interesting stuff. And it was way more interesting than how I've just recapped it. So, but yeah, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Vinland Saga. Here we go. I can't deal with this, man. I can't deal with how good this show is. Like, it's impossibly good. It's ridiculous. I can't do this. I can't keep doing this every episode. Turn to Jerry Seinfeld for a second. I can't keep doing this. I can't. The show's too good. Well, I finally did it. I found the replacement of Game of Thrones. Finally. Even Game of Thrones couldn't be the replacement of Game of Thrones at a point. But I finally found it. You know the thing, too? In that entirely emotional scene, you know, with that's like deep and layered. This is Thorfinn. Right over his head. You know it did. You know that went right over his head. You know that the only thing he's thinking is, alright, hurry up so I can finally kill you. Now, will he do it? See, I said... Oh, hold on, we don't need to turn into Foghorn. Although, has anyone made a Foghorn Leghorn meme about Thorfinn? That'd be hilarious. Although, they'd probably do something about... It'd probably be about season 2 or something, so I probably couldn't look at it. He just... I don't know, man. Okay, so what I was going to say, I lost it for a second because I talked about Foghorn Leghorn. But I said that, like, oh, well, their next duel will probably be the last because, you know, Askeladd is older now. You know, he's 11 years older than when he fought Thor's. And he's been shot by a lot of arrows, you know? And I thought, well, you know, he's getting older. You know, his injuries are going to start piling up. Meanwhile, Thorfinn, he's still young. Excuse me. Thorfinn is still young, so he could, you know, he'll heal better, you know? But that statement thinks about the fact that Thorfinn will wait to heal. He will not. He will literally just duct tape his knife into his hand and try to use that and just, you know, try to cut like this, you know? So because of that, I don't know if he's going to win the duel. I mean, the thing is, if... I don't know. I could also see, like, maybe he does get pretty close and then Canute has Thorkel break them up, you know? I could see something like that, you know? Because Canute did say, like, this duel ends when I say so, But Thorfinn's not going to listen to that, Thorfinn's not going to listen to that. He doesn't listen to anybody, Like, the only reason that he followed Gunnar and, like, followed the spy back to where the king is, the only reason why he did that is because of the final scene where he's getting the duel now with Askeladd, That's the only reason. That's the only reason why he's doing this. Why he did that. Why he listened. Because otherwise it just doesn't work. Why? Okay, here's a short, weird question. When the people recognize, like, the soldiers recognize Thorfinn, like, oh, he's one of, Canute's followers, we can't do anything to him, But why'd they call him a different name? Like, where did that name come from? Like, I don't remember specifically what it was. It was, like, Carl something. I assume it's supposed to be, like, a son of Carl, Or something like that, Because I do know, I remember when I was looking up characters to, like, put in the YouTube details and stuff, I was looking up names. I'm pretty sure his name is... Well, no. No, I guess I didn't see... I guess it didn't say what if Thorfinn had a last name. No, it had Thor's. It was, like, Thor's Sorensen, which I think is just son of Soren, I think that's what that's supposed to be, I remember there was a joke. The first, like, time I ever really thought about it, there was a joke in, I guess it was the first Thor movie, wasn't it? Or maybe it was the first Avengers movie, where... Or it was either that... I think it was that. I think it was the first Thor movie, where they meet Phil Coulson, and Thor calls him the son of Cole, And it's like... And it was like in that movie where I was just like... Huh, I never thought about that. No, that came out a long time ago. That movie, what was that, like 2010, 2009 maybe? It's a long-ass time ago, but yeah, I think that was like the first time I really thought about, like, oh, I guess that makes sense, son of Cole. It's not what, that's not, I mean, that's what it originally would have been. Nowadays, that's just a name, That's just a name. It's just a word now. Coulson, But I think that would be it. But well, I would assume then that Thorfinn, then it would be Thorson. But then again, his name is Thorfinn. I don't know. Where did that name come from? Where did they come up with that name for him? I don't know. Because Leif also seemed to not recognize that name, Like, he recognized Thorfinn, but he didn't recognize the other name. Anyway, I said that'd be short, and that wasn't short. Anyway. But we finally had the reunion between Leif and Thorfinn. 11 years. It has been 11 years since episode 4. That is ridiculous. I mean, it certainly feels like it's been a while, Like, that was nearly 20 episodes ago, and for us watching week to week, because we're watching week to week, that was nearly 20 weeks ago, Have I taken a break in the middle? Well, yeah, I did. So we did the first 2 episodes, but that's not between episode 4 and this, but yeah, it's been so long. It's been so long. And yeah, what is it like we haven't seen Iceland. We haven't seen the village since, like, episode 5, Like, they showed us Helga and Ylva after learning about Thor's death and Thorfinn being missing. But we haven't seen them since, So I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, Thorfinn. And it's such a tricky thing, because, because Because, I mean, when Leaf is talking about, come back home, see your mother, it will improve her health and stuff like that, like, we're all sitting here screaming, yes, go do that, like, let this go. But we've been watching, We've been watching, so we understand what Thorfinn's been going through. And so watching him just being like, ugh, you don't understand, I gotta kill him. And it's and to be fair, he is somewhat justified, but it's just like, just do it. Just give it up, man. I mean, it is amazing how well they've crafted a one-note character, Now, granted, that's not to say that there won't be more notes in the future. I'm sure there will. But pretty much since episode 4, or episode 5, I guess, when he started his, when he had his first duel with Askeladd, from episode 5 to episode 21, Thorfinn, one-note character. And that's it. That really is it, And they've given him a couple opportunities to have another note, and he won't. And we thought Thorkel was a one-note character. He has a couple other notes. It's just that one note is a lot louder than most of the rest of the notes, But Thorfinn, I mean, he is purposefully one note, Now, to be fair, it's like there is still a little bit there, because like I like the scene where when he finds where the king is, and he kind of thinks to himself, is this what warriors do now? Everyone's sneaking, everyone's scheming, everyone's plotting, It's like there's so much going on, and to him, he is looking, he's looking at this and is like, is this what warriors are supposed to do? Because there is a difference between, I mean, it's a difference between war and politics, Like Askeladd and Canute, and even Thorkel now, are all playing politics. Whereas Thorfinn, he just wants to, he's playing war, Despite the fact that he does make a very good spy, But, I did like the whole thing of, when they shot Canute, which I didn't know. I was like, did it shoot Canute? Like, did he have like a thing on to like, make it look good or something? And it's like, oh, okay, it was a body double. They just, there is something slightly funny. It sucks, but it's like, there's something slightly funny. I was like, why did you use a woman? And it's like, there were no slave men that were as effeminate as you. And he's like, fuck, So that was just kind of funny. But at the same time, it sucks because it's like, this poor girl. This poor girl literally shot through the heart, They're going to try to save her, but it's a terrible thing. So it's good that Canute was like, all right, no more of that. Like, right, sorry. Like, it worked this one time, but no more. No more of that. And then, and now Gunnar's working for... He's delivering messages to the king, but... I mean, that's to him, it's like, oh, should we do something about that? And Askeladd's like, no, because now we can control the information that's going to the king, Like, the degree to which Askeladd is playing politics is just magnificent, So yeah, it's really interesting stuff. I'm almost curious... because I don't think we can lose Askeladd, At least not yet. Not in the middle, just when we're getting started on this whole politics thing. But, I don't know, do you think it will... I mean, you guys probably already know because you've seen the show, but I wonder if there will be a point where it's more, like, it's told to Thorfinn, basically, that it was Floki who wanted Thor's dead, Like, Askeladd was just there doing a job, basically, He was just there doing a job. He got paid to kill Thors, that's what he did, It wasn't really malicious, but for Floki, it was. Like, I wonder if that... Like, I don't see... I mean, I guess I don't really see Thorfinn changing. I don't really see Thorfinn changing, you know, his target of vengeance, but maybe he'll expand it. I don't know. We got 3 episodes left in this season, and I'm very curious to see where we're going, and then obviously into season 2. So yeah, and then at the end, Bjorn, the end of Bjorn. He just wanted to be friends. Is so. I mean, it's like, it's kind of corny, but at the same time, it's like, man, you just wanted to be friends. It's like, let's forget about Vikings and Danes and all that stuff. It's like, why can't we all just get along? You know? And I like Askeladd acknowledging, it's like, you are my only friend. You know? And I mean, I think that's the thing too. It's like, he hates, because Bjorn even says like, oh, you even hated yourself, you know? It's not even that he hates his men in particular. He hates the Danes. He hates Vikings as a whole, you know? In the same way that, like, you know, when he talked to Atli last episode, I was like, oh, I didn't realize I had such a good man on my crew, you know? Like, it's nothing really about the people. It's about what they are, basically, you know? He's racist to the Danes, basically, yet he is Danish, you know? But yeah. But it's an interesting thing, man. It's an interesting thing, and unfortunately now, Bjorn is gone. And now we have, what is this, round 6, 7 of Thorfinn versus Askeladd? Let's see how this one goes. I don't know if it will go well, but we'll see. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from Scimitar Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Vinland Saga reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.